Victory!
The kingdom of O'Brien is under siege by the Dreadite army, a force that leaves nothing but death and ruin in its path. With no one strong enough to stop their advance, hope is nearly gone. On a battlefield, an injured soldier watches helplessly as a fallen comrade is obliterated by Dreadites. One Dreadite approaches to finish him off, but suddenly they pause. Someone is coming. A lone, mysterious man approaches. The Dreadites rush him, but he single-handedly cuts them down. He then walks to the injured soldier, takes his hand, and begins removing a ring and a golden amulet. The soldier tries to warn him, but dies mid-sentence. The man travels to a tavern in a nearby village, where peasants are complaining that the Queen's soldiers take all their crops for the war, yet still lose every battle. Winter is coming, and famine threatens them all. They point at the mysterious man, calling him a scavenger. One man tries to insult him, but an old man stops him and explains that the stranger has suffered greatly. He was once a knight in the Queen's army, long before the Dreadite invasion. He is the sole survivor of Grimvault's massacre. The mysterious man is surprised. He had heard no one survived. As he studies the amulet, its eyes glow red. The old man continues. The stranger now walks a path with no banner and no master. He has a new name, Deathstalker. Suddenly, the tavern walls burst open as a two-headed troll crashes inside, demanding the amulet. Deathstalker tosses 2 coins to the owner, one for food, one for the chair, then smashes the chair over the troll and flees. Outside, the troll searches for him. Deathstalker tries a sneak attack, but the troll's 2 heads detect him instantly. They fight. Deathstalker notices a strange symbol marked on the troll. The troll snaps his sword in half and hurls him aside. As Deathstalker tries to escape, a rope snags his leg and drags him back. He shows the amulet, distracting the troll long enough to jab the broken sword into one of its heads, killing it. He rides off on horseback. The surviving head curses him, declaring assassins will hunt him. Deathstalker returns, throws the remaining half of his sword like a spear, and finishes it off. Down the road, Deathstalker grows tired of the amulet's trouble and tosses it into a pond, only to find it back in his pocket. He tries again and again, but it always returns. He realizes he is bound to it. He seeks out a witch. She examines the amulet and tells him it can only be unbound through his death. But there might be another way. She asks for blood, casts a spell, and marks a map with a symbol that slides across it, stopping at a location labeled "Bad, do not go." She warns him that a great evil is rising. Deathstalker travels to the marked place beneath the light of twin moons. Inside a cave filled with corpses, he hears a voice calling for help from a locked box. He searches for the key and retrieves it, but the body that held it sinks into the ground. He opens the box just as man-eating serpents burst forth. He climbs onto a rock and frees a wizard inside. The wizard introduces himself as Doodad, the very man Deathstalker was seeking. Deathstalker slashes serpents while carrying Doodad on his back, tossing him out of the cave. A serpent attacks from behind. Doodad tries to help with magic, but repeatedly hits Deathstalker instead. Eventually, Deathstalker kills it. Later, around a campfire, Doodad studies the amulet. It is from an ancient empire whose records have vanished. The only one who understood the language was the wizard Zodon, long dead. They must visit his crypt and search his scrolls. Their journey begins at dawn. Deathstalker shows Doodad the symbol he saw on the troll. Doodad identifies it as the mark of the sect of Cider, an ancient cult of dark sorcerers. Their leader, Necromean, was thought to be destroyed, but they may have returned. Many believe the Dreadites were created by this sect. An evil bird spies on them. Later, the amulet's eyes glow red. Doodad warns someone approaches. A masked horseman arrives, throws stones that summon Dreadites, and orders them to search. When Deathstalker makes a sound, the Dreadites chase them. While hiding, Doodad summons a wraith, but it wanders aimlessly and gives them away. The horseman removes his mask. He is Jotak, Deathstalker's old friend. He calls him by his former name, Tritus. During the Grimvault battle, they were ordered to stop dark warlocks. Jotak fell to their enchantments, forcing Deathstalker to kill him, but Necromean revived him. Now he wants the amulet. They duel. Jotak eventually overpowers Deathstalker, but Tritus cuts his hand and escapes with Doodad. Doodad says if Necromean has returned, the realm is in grave danger, and finding the amulet's secret may be destiny. They reach Zodon's crypt at night, where Necromean's minions create Dreadite soldiers from corpses. A woman sneaking nearby tells them to stay quiet. They're not the only ones infiltrating. She steals jewelry while Doodad enters the crypt. Inside, Doodad searches through countless scrolls. Outside, a guard finds Deathstalker and beats him. Inside, the woman finds a flute. Suddenly, a faceless monster attacks, binding her with ropes from its hands. Deathstalker kills the guard and enters as Doodad finds the correct scroll. The monster's corpse rises, revealing Necromian's face speaking through it. He promises they will be hunted everywhere. The woman leads them through an escape tunnel into the moaning woods, where trees constantly scream. By the fire, Doodad reads the scroll while the woman, Brisbane, plays her flute. She tells Deathstalker she's merely a thief and won't steal from them. In the night, the amulet glows. Deathstalker steps away and encounters a stone titan. It shifts faces and attacks with glowing eyes. Brisbane helps, ripping out its eyes and nearly dying. Together, they destroy it. Meanwhile, Necroman restores Jotak's severed hand with dark magic, creating a bone sword fused to his arm. At dawn, Deathstalker and Brisbane talk as two mountain-sized giants fight in the distance. They reach a battle camp filled only with corpses. A flying weapon swoops, an assassin called Scarabus hunting the amulet. It teleports, attacks Brisbane, then Deathstalker. Doodad saves him with magic, but accidentally nicks him in the process. Deathstalker cuts the assassin's chain weapon, and finally kills it mid-teleport. That night, Doodad deciphers the amulet. Brisbane tends to Deathstalker's wounds, and the two grow closer. Doodad unbinds the amulet from him. The amulet contains Talon's prophecy. Two supreme beings once existed. Talon, Wizard of Light, and Cider, Witch Lord of Darkness. Talon forged a weapon only someone who walks between life and death can wield. The weapon lies within the amulet, the Light of Talon, a perfect four-bladed sword destined to extinguish the four hearts of evil. By morning, Brisbane is gone, along with the amulet. Thieves capture Deathstalker and Doodad and take them to the Dead Swamp. Doodad warns it is home to cursed spirits, men who long ago forgot joy and affection. They are brought before Queen Grindel, leader of the thieves. Brisbane has joined them and handed over the amulet. Grindel orders Deathstalker and Doodad killed so she can deliver the amulet to Prince Baldur of Grimvault. Before the archers shoot, swamp monsters erupt and attack. Brisbane's flute drops. The monsters massacre the thieves. Deathstalker frees himself, retrieves the amulet, and fights the creatures, until Doodad plays the flute. The monsters freeze, soothed by the music. They also crave brotherly hugs, so Deathstalker reluctantly embraces one. The creature melts with happiness and waves goodbye as they escape. Deathstalker and Doodad race to Grimvault to collect the reward. Prince Baldur recognizes Deathstalker and mocks him, calling him a traitorous parasite. He pretends to pay with bags of coins, but they are filled with rocks. Soldiers attack. Suddenly Dreadites arrive, summoned by the flying eye creature, and battle erupts. Deathstalker encounters Jotak mourning the dead flying creature. They fight hand to hand. Jotak uses his bone sword to stab Deathstalker through the heart, killing him. Brisbane attacks, but is captured. The Dreadites seize them all. Jotak kills Prince Baldur and prepares to march on Necromian's castle. At dawn, the swamp monsters retrieve Deathstalker's body. Using their roots, they revive him. He realizes the path forward is clear, and sees Doodad's wraith approaching to carry him. At the castle, Brisbane and Doodad are brought before Necromian. He forces Brisbane to drink a vile liquid. She collapses. Necromian declares that only someone who walks between life and death can wield the weapon. But that threat ends today. The Abraean Empire will fall tonight. Suddenly Deathstalker arrives, riding the wraith, and slaughters Dreadites. He frees Doodad, and they rush to help Brisbane. Jotak attacks. They duel fiercely with bone swords. Deathstalker breaks Jotak's blade, shoves Dreadite stones into his mouth, and Dreadites explode out of him, killing him. Doodad faces Necromian with magic. His aim is terrible. He misses and accidentally knocks a boulder onto Necromian, crushing him. Something monstrous rises from Brisbane's mouth. Cider, the ancient witch lord. Cider animates a colossal skeleton monster that devours Necromian. Doodad declares it is over. The darkness will consume them all. But Deathstalker reaches into the cauldron, retrieves the amulet, and draws forth the Light of Talon. Cider unleashes the skeleton beast, but Deathstalker destroys it. Cider vanishes forever. Brisbane awakens. Doodad says Deathstalker saved the kingdom and can now become king, but Deathstalker declares that though the sword is perfect, it should not rule their fate. He asks Doodad to destroy it. Doodad tries, but keeps accidentally blasting Deathstalker instead. They argue while Brisbane laughs at them.